Hey everyone, have you ever played a game that made you completely lose track of time? Like, you sit down thinking, all right, I'll play for a couple of hours and then go to bed. And next thing you know, the sun's coming through your window and it's literally too late to sleep because you've got work or class in just a few hours. If that hits close to home, tell me, what game absolutely devoured your time? As for me, I've put together my own list of those time killers. Let's get into it and enjoy the ride. Hogwarts Legacy. On the one hand, it's your typical open world. But on the other, it's packed with so much fan service, I can't help but giggle like a little kid every time. You can walk into Honeydukes and eat way too much candy and down a butterbeer. Fly around on a broom or a hippogriff, though maybe not after that butterbeer. Learn spells, brew potions, grow herbs in the Room of Requirement, tame magical creatures, explore a giant castle filled with secrets, even venture into the Forbidden Forest and kick some hairy spider butts. There are so many connections to the books, the movies, even past games, and clearly it was all made by people who actually love the wizarding world. The main story? Genuinely engaging from start to finish. The game is absolutely packed with activities. Beyond Hogwarts itself, there's Hogsmeade, and a whole open world surrounding it. And I just have to say, massive applause for the customization. Everything. And I mean everything is customizable, especially the transmog system for clothing, letting you stay both strong and stylish without looking like a total mess in mismatched gear. I don't know what we did to deserve this gift as Potterheads, but thank you, Avalanche Software. Here's hoping strong sales mean even more content in the future. If you haven't played it yet, and you are a Harry Potter fan, I mean seriously, what are you waiting for? And even if you're just into open world games in general, give it a try. Who knows, it might just click with you. Elden Ring. The most ambitious game ever made by From Software, combining everything the studio learned from Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro, but pushing every single element to a whole new level. If you're one of those folks who rolls their eyes at 10 out of 10 reviews, well, this time, they're kinda right. Sure, no game is perfect, but Elden Ring comes unbelievably close. It borrows familiar animations, sound effects, even a few enemies and characters. And hey, maybe that's a good thing, maybe not. Up to you to decide. But one thing is crystal clear. The visual design in this game, it's the absolute star of the show. And I'm not talking about raw graphics or next-gen effects. I'm talking about art direction, world design, atmosphere. Even the more plain-looking zones, like the Weeping Peninsula or the Graveyard, feel rich with mood and mystery thanks to the music and ambiance. It's a massive world, full of secrets and surprises, where you can spend dozens of hours and still never reach the first story boss. And when you do put in hundreds of hours, you'll still want to come back, just to relive those epic fights, soak in the mesmerizing landscapes, and once again, touch a true work of art. Cyberpunk 2077. This game taught me one thing: sleep is for the weak. Yeah, it launched with bugs and rough spots, but to me, it's still an absolute masterpiece. It's totally unique, filled with jaw-dropping attention to detail, and it delivers an emotional punch in that signature CD Projekt Red style. You know how they say sometimes the world of a story becomes its own character? Well, Night City is exactly that. More than just a setting, it tells a deeper story that runs beneath the surface. The atmosphere, the art direction, it's on another level. Honestly, I'd call this a revolutionary piece of work, on par with something Hideo Kojima might dream up. Unfortunately, the development hell, the missing content, and the technical issues at launch stopped it from shining the way it deserved. But man, I'm just so glad that after 3 long years of patches and updates, Cyberpunk finally got the love it always deserved. And yeah, maybe some of the characters we fell in love with didn't get their happy endings. But the game, it did. And that, my friends, is beautiful. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Let me put it simply. This is the game of the decade. The story pulls you deep into the world of The Witcher, where every character feels unique, where every conversation is engaging and where you actually care about the people you meet, even if it's someone you just ran into on the road. The graphics? Still great, especially after the next-gen update. Even in 2025, look, it looks stunning. It still blows my mind that this game came out almost 10 years ago. Like, how did this drop in 2015? The quests, Gwent, Witcher contracts. The game never lets you feel bored for even a second. And the DLCs? Easily just as good as the base game? They feel like proper expansions to the story. Ah, Toussaint. That magical landscape, those fairy tale vibes, and your choices? They matter. Tons of different endings. All unique. Honestly, I'm still shocked that some people skip this masterpiece. I just don't get it. If you haven't played it, I mean, what are you doing? Go buy it. It's dirt cheap now. Play it. Spend your time on it. You'll thank me later. It's one of those rare games where you wish you could wipe your memory, just to play it again from the beginning. Like I said, game of the decade. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Remember that feeling as a kid, rushing home after school to play your favorite game? Well, this game brought that feeling back. Except now I was rushing home from work. Didn't want to do anything else, just wanted to load up Kingdom Come and dive back in. I'd plan out which quest I'd tackle, which village I'd visit, which forest paths I'd explore, just to wander through those gorgeous alive woods. This is one of the very few games where I genuinely enjoyed just walking around. Kingdom Come is a beautiful and, in my opinion, seriously underrated gem. Especially for a first game by the studio, it beat out a lot of well-known medieval sims. The gameplay? Packed with positives, like unique mechanics, top-tier quests, impactful dialogue choices, deep progression, and a setting that mixes history with realism. If you can push through the brutal opening hours, trust me, I got wrecked by a drunk dude in my village over and over. It opens up into an unforgettable adventure with hundreds of hours of gameplay. And by the end, I just didn't want to leave. Even though I'd done all the quests, finished the story, I still wanted to stay. This, my friends, is how you make a proper old-school RPG. Easily a 10 out of 10, and if one day the videos stop coming out on this channel, you'll know where to find me. In the sequel, GTA 5, a legendary sequel in an iconic franchise. This game gave me hope that gaming was still alive and evolving. GTA 5 is one of those games you can spend 300 hours in and still not get bored. You keep coming back again and again. The atmosphere? Incredible. The characters? Memorable. The story? Rich. And on top of that, UFOs, whales, you name it. This isn't just a game you beat, it's one you endlessly enjoy. At least until Part 6 finally drops. This was the kind of game I'd been waiting for, the kind that grabs you and won't let go. Something you can play for days, never once regretting the time spent. The landscapes, the animals, the vibes, it's all unforgettable. Coming home from work and diving back into Los Santos? Pure comfort. The visuals? Still top tier even in 2025. And honestly, even on lower settings, look, it still looks great. But crank it to ultra, throw in some mods, and you've got yourself a visual masterpiece. And the optimization? Shockingly good. Haven't seen that level of polish in new games in a while. Feels like this one was made for the players, not just for profit. GTA 5 isn't just a game, it's something more. No other game has created a world this alive, this immersive. It has everything, and honestly, what more can I even say? It's a classic. A true 10 out of 10. And let's be real, is there anyone who hasn't played GTA 5 at least once? Didn't think so. Baldur's Gate 3. Best game of 2023. Honestly, I could end this segment right there. But let's go deeper. Every gamer, and I mean every gamer, should experience this one firsthand. My first playthrough? 190 hours, and every single moment unforgettable. When I reached those final quests, and the credits rolled with that beautiful score playing, I felt this quiet emptiness and a slowly growing sadness. My journey was finally over. I lived through so many emotions with this game. Joy, sorrow, awe, uncertainty, wonder, all at once. I wasn't just playing, I was living inside this world, and I didn't want to leave. Now, I'm not even going to get into the gameplay or RPG mechanics, because honestly, there's so much variation and depth that it's hard to even describe how much time and love the devs poured into it. Lately, I've been catching myself thinking, is this my favorite game of all time? I've played and loved so many franchises, ones I'd replay 100 times without hesitation. But whenever I go back to Baldur's Gate 3, something inside me says, yeah, maybe this is my favorite. At least for 2023, and honestly even now. Highly recommended. No, strongly recommended. Even if you're not into Dungeons and Dragons, and I wasn't until this game, just try it. Trust me. You'll thank me later. Skyrim. There's a special kind of game that can't really be judged by regular standards. You don't look at them with checklists and charts. These games, you feel them. Skyrim is one of those. A legendary experience with an insanely detailed open world, soaked in Nordic atmosphere, massive exploration, and what I'd call infinite replay value. The snowy peaks, the foggy valleys, the Dwemer ruins, the ancient Nord tombs, the cozy villages, and totally distinct cities. All of it feels alive. I often found myself just stopping, doing nothing, just to admire the scenery. Skyrim is like stepping into a living fairy tale and wanting to stay there. It gives you total freedom, hundreds of quests, thousands of adventures. There's something sacred here, a kind of soul that most modern games just don't have anymore. And that soul, that's what makes Skyrim eternal. It's a cultural phenomenon that shaped the industry, and it's still going strong even in 2024. Metro Exodus. This is the game that made me fall in love with the Metro series. Don't get me wrong, Metro 2033 and Last Light were solid. But Exodus, that's where it all clicked for me. Even with its small flaws, it impressed me on every level. The story, the dialogue, the detail in the world, the gameplay, everything came together. After the final cutscene, I didn't feel tired or done. I felt happy. Like I'd just finished something truly special. You could tell the writing wasn't slapped together in a few days. It was thoughtful, refined, and well-crafted. No surprise, really, since the original book's author worked on it. I actually felt a little sad when it ended. I still wanted to explore, loot, upgrade weapons, gear up for more fights. And yeah, this was just my first playthrough. I'll definitely revisit it again, probably more than once. Red Dead Redemption 2. Now this was a masterpiece. You might think, come on man, every game on this list is your favorite. And honestly, you're not wrong. There's no ranking here. Each of these games is special to me. I've watched the sunrise with all of them. I've lived entire lives inside them. And when life was tough, these games helped me escape, helped me reset, helped me heal. Now, I tried to find flaws in Red Dead Redemption 2. I really did. Sure, maybe there are a few bugs. The intro's kind of slow, I'll give you that. But once you're in, it's pure magic. The story, the graphics, the physics, the world building, it's all on another level. Hunting, fishing, the tiniest details, it's just too much to list. You don't play Red Dead Redemption 2, you live it. You grow so attached to the characters that by the end, well, let's just say, the tears come whether you want them to or not. So here's my advice. Don't rush it. Do the side missions. Take your time. Trust me, the emotional payoff is huge, and whatever you do, don't judge it by the first chapter. Yes, it's slow. Yes, I almost gave up too. But once it clicks, there's no going back. Just like with The Witcher 3. I wish I could erase my memory, just to start again in those snowy mountains, in quiet little Valentine. This game is, without exaggeration, a masterpiece. These were the games that made me forget about time. The ones that pulled me in so deep, I watched sunrises before even realizing it. And honestly, I don't regret a single minute. The emotions they gave me are more than worth the hours spent. Of course, everyone's list is going to be different. Tastes vary, and that's totally fine. So tell me in the comments, what games made you lose track of time? Let's swap stories, maybe discover something new together. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like. It really means a lot. And if you're not subscribed yet, think about it. I've got tons of awesome stuff coming. As always, thanks for watching. Big hug, and good luck out there, friend.